My name is Cherish Sibote and you're watching Behind the Story.
The Zambia police have successfully identified mastermind behind Rubis Filling Station robbery, which left one person dead and another seriously injured. The aggravated robbery, which occurred on July 16th, 2025, shocked the nation after funeral attendant Sibeso Akaliwa was killed and her colleague Mapalo Mwewa sustained serious head injuries. In an interview with Diamond News, Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga revealed that one of the security guards who was on duty on the night of the incident, Maliot Lungu, has been identified by an eyewitness. Mr. Hamonga says investigations are progressing smoothly and confirmed that the other 8 suspects remain in custody.
We are having those 8 suspects in relation to the murder and aggravated robbery that occurred at Rubis Filling Station in Hellen Kaunda. So far, our investigations are progressing well, and we have so far conducted an identification parade. And one of the masterminders, who happened to be Mario Tulungu, who was the guard on duty on that particular day, has been possibly identified by one of the persons that was actually on the scene. So our investigations are ongoing. We are also trying to extend further to look at even things like call records.
Meanwhile, Levi Mwanawasa Teaching Hospital Public Relations Officer Chizongo Siaswena says Mapalo Mwewa is in a stable condition and expected to be discharged soon.
To show to what extent the injury or damage to his head was. He is doing very well. He's stable. He's responding very well to treatment. He's able to walk. He's able to eat. He's able to speak. And we're pleased to say that he's doing pretty well.
Police has urged members of the public to remain patient and assured that leads are being followed as efforts to bring all perpetrators in the matter to justice continue. Cherish Sibote for Diamond News.
So the Kalingalinga Rubis robbery incident broke on social media platforms, and we as Diamond TV decided to pick the story and visit the scene. On the 16th of July, when this happened, a crew from Diamond TV visited the scene and got detail, found the house of the 2 victims, one who is Sibeso Akaliwa, who was murdered in the incident, and from there we picked it up. So we followed the Sibeso Akaliwa to her home, where we found her children, and neighbors were able to describe to us who Sibeso was, and we ran the story on the 16th of July. Following that story, we were informed that Sibeso was being buried and police had started investigations. We followed Sibeso's burial, and she was buried at Leopard's Hill, and we did that story. We got the family's perspective. We also got to hear from Rubis Filling Station management on how they would ensure that this never happens again, and they are committed to support the family. So Sibeso Akaliwa was buried, and we picked up the story and started following the only victim, Mapalo Mwewa, who is currently at Levi Mwanawasa Teaching Hospital receiving treatment and care. He sustained severe head injuries, and from the last update we got from the Levi Public Relations Officer that he's in a stable condition and will be discharged soon. So some of the interesting angles to consider while we were doing the Rubis story was the fact that this robbery happened in the middle of the night, and these funeral attendants were sleeping, and the key players in this robbery were security officers that were employed to man this particular filling station. So from police investigations, they did not specify who the mastermind was, but it was quick to be noticed from eyewitnesses and members of the public that the masterminds were security guards. So for us, we picked the story from that angle, that if people who have been employed to work for a particular organization are able to steal and kill, that's interesting enough for it to be a story. So we picked that angle, but also we picked it from the side of the family of the funeral attendant that was murdered, because she was the breadwinner. She was the surviving parent to her 2 children, and we picked it from that angle because we wanted to highlight how this would now impact this family that has been left behind. I'll tell you the hard part of piecing this story even to date is that the security company that was hired by Rubis Filling Station to man this Kalingalinga station, particularly the security company is named White Hat House Company, has not been identified. We know from police recently that the mastermind has been named as Maliot Lungu, a security officer, but we as Diamond TV have been trying to find this security company just to know how much they knew these officers that they employed. We want to find data on them or find their family members and just grasp and get to understand at what level it came to them that they would rob a place they have been employed. They're getting a salary, but they would rob a place they're employed to man. So that's the hardest piece that we are yet to put together as Diamond TV, and we hope that we'll be able to get to this security company that was hired by Rubis.